Hey nurses, Nurse here. I'm a dialysis nurse from the Philippines and welcome back to my channel where I upload videos all about dialysis and my journey in discovering nursing career. Today's video is a continuation from the previous SLEC Medical exam topic. So if you've just received a yellow slip, have an upcoming SLEC Medical exam, or has a previous diagnosis and is curious what to expect about sputum exam, then you're just in the right place. Sputum examination is required only for applicants with abnormal chest x-ray results suggestive of active TB or those with signs and symptoms of TB, and only SLEC can determine if your x-ray results suggest tuberculosis and need smears and cultures. You can bring your old x-ray results for comparison, which should be 3 months and beyond. If not, they will not accept it. You can bring your medical certificate for those with previous diagnosis as proof that you've undergone treatment. However, there is no assurance that these can somehow influence your SLEC x-ray result. They will still base on the result coming from their own x-ray machine, and if any of their criteria is visible, then there is nothing to do but follow their protocol. Once you are in the 3rd floor for your x-ray, you will be given a slip where you need to fill out details and disclose any history of PTB or treatment. This is where the full list of criteria can be used. There is no other way to get away from this but to undergo the 8-week sputum culture evaluation. What I suggest is to have your medical exam 3 months earlier. You can already do this since interview appointments are now done via CGI portal. So if you are still about to schedule your interview, choose a date that is 3 months after. Once they've seen something abnormal in your x-ray result, you'll be given a yellow slip, the sputum examination form that contains the dates of your sputum collection and instructions. Due to the increasing number of applicants who are subject for sputum, the collection is now scheduled 2 to 3 weeks after. What you need to do here is to inform USAM about it through the inquiry form, and you'll receive a feedback from them. Then you'll bring your passport along with the yellow slip. Sputum collection will start from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. only. Beyond that, you have to start from 0 and undergo another 3 consecutive days for sputum collection. However, people arrive early, even before 4 a.m. Numbers are handed out before 5 a.m., green for seniors, pregnant, etc., while red for regular or non-priority. The entrance, by the way, is the same when you did your initial med exam. The collection will be held at the penthouse, 5th floor, that can be only accessed via elevator. Waiting area is at the ground floor and you'll be grouped in tents when going up. As soon as you arrive at the penthouse, staff will collect your passport, yellow slip, and prio number. You'll then wait for your return. Once called, staff will ask you some info, let you sign on a piece of paper. A unique barcode will then be placed on the sputum container. Your passport will be returned and you'll be instructed to get tissue and proceed to the sink to get water and gargle. Afterwards, you choose a cubicle and another staff will approach you for the instructions, and a sputum collection will be handed out. You'll have to fill 7.5 to 10 ml sample. Have you ever been to an orchestra concert? You'll be in for some musical cuff. You'll do this for 3 consecutive days. On the last day, you'll be handed with a green slip that contains the date and time you'll return for clearance, which is 2 months after, and the date of expiration of your medical 3 months after the clearance. You'll then be instructed that interview and flight to US should be within the 3-month period. The pulmonary evaluation, on the other hand, is done randomly, which will just be an explanation of your x-ray result. There is nothing to worry about. Then your 8-week sputum culture evaluation starts. This is the agony of waiting. The test not only your patience but as well your sanity. You'll be busily preoccupied whether your result comes out positive or negative, and the last thing you'll want to receive is a call from SLEC. The call can be 1. Pulmonary evaluation, as I previously explained. As for the reason why they have not done this on the days you were there, I cannot answer. But of course, you'll just tell them if you can't go, especially if you're not from Manila. Second, they've seen a bacterial growth in your sputum. culture, but they'll assure you that it is non-mycobacterium. The only downside is another 1 to 2 weeks will be added to your waiting game. And the last one is the not so good news. Your sputum culture is positive, and you'll of course undergo treatment of months. And the third one is the not so good news. Your sputum culture is positive, and you'll of course undergo treatment 6 months if taken at SLEC. No weekends and holidays, so that would sum up to still 7 months. If not taken at SLEC, it will be a year according to those who have experienced it. But if you have not received any call up to 6 weeks, it's good as safe, and you can start requesting for Reschedule ID. You can do this via CGI portal. If there aren't any more slots before your medical expiration, you request it from USEM, which will be discussed on the next step. On the day of your clearance, you'll use their main entrance here. Proceed to the second floor. Tip here is to walk past the guard and give your green slip to the in-charge at the counter, because usually the guard will place your slip together with the rest of the applicants. That would take forever. Wait for your name to be called. You'll be given vaccine shots according to what you need. Your immunization worksheet will just be emailed to you within 2 to 3 days. For the rescheduling of E3 interview, I've mentioned previously about requesting as early as 6th week. This is not an assurance that you'll get the feedback immediately. You're just gonna try some luck. Here are the ways you can do it. What I did was, first, I submitted 2 inquiry in different reason. Reschedule interview, then expedite. The inquiry form asks enough details, so other infos to include in the message field are the dates of your initial medical exam, ID appointment, date of sputum clearance, expiration of medical exam, then I attached the green slip. Next, I submitted 2 emails, both to supportphilippines@ustraveldocs.com and support@traveldocs.com. This one is different. Aside from the infos previously mentioned, you need to also include the following, like visa preference, case ID, passport number, applicant's name, birth date, email address, UID. Same goes here. I attach also the green slip. Lastly is I did the click to talk. All the web calls I did went through successfully. You just have to be patient even if it takes too long. All the additional infos mentioned previously is what the agent is going to ask you and confirm. The agent can sometimes see the email you just sent, since it will likely create a case in CGI for you. If not, the agent will create it for you. I did this in order once a week, but by the time I was finally cleared and still hadn't received the feedback, this is where I did double time. I did all still in order every other day until I got the ID. Though the agent kept on telling me that the case has been escalated, I didn't stop sending the follow-ups until I got the ID. I got a reply with the ID exactly 2 weeks after my clearance, with the interview date 1 month after, which is 40 days before the expiration of my medical exam. So that's it. Hope you learned something from this video. If yes, don't forget to click like, leave a comment for some video suggestion, and of course subscribe to my channel. Up next is embassy interview, so stay tuned as I take you with me in discovering nursing career. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.